this is such an honor to be here with all of you today. And I have the privilege of introducing some wonderful speakers and a correspondent. I'd like to introduce Michael Williams. Michael is the news anchor at WPTV. He joined the News Channel 5 team in March of 2011. His prior experience includes Miami-based coverage of both the 2008 and 2010 political campaigns, scoring one-on-one interviews with Barack Obama, John McCain, and Charlie Crist, among others. That's some good variety, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
Michael has just covered about almost every major event to hit Miami area while working for WTVJ and WSVN. Those include the fall of Eastern Airlines, the visit to Miami of Pope John Paul II, Hurricane Andrew, the custody battle over Elian Gonzalez, and the 2000 Florida presidential election controversy that we were all paying attention to. He has also worked as a Washington, D.C. based national correspondent for NBC News Channel. His beat included Capitol Hill and the White House. Michael's overseas credentials include reporting from South Africa, Panama, Colombia, Haiti, and Cuba. He is an 8-time Emmy Award winner and a recipient of the prestigious DuPont Columbia Award for reporting he did in Haiti. Michael was honored with the NATS Suncoast Chapter Civil Circle Award for more than 25 years of outstanding work in South Florida broadcasting. Michael is a University of Florida graduate. He is married with 3 daughters. I also have the opportunity to introduce Mr. Michael Steele, and I will introduce him. And after I introduce him, I'm going to say a few words on behalf of the league, and then the next voices you hear will be these wonderful gentlemen that have joined us. It is quite an honor to introduce Mr. Michael Steele, a self-described Lincoln Republican. When elected Lieutenant Governor of Maryland in 2003, Michael Steele made history as the first African-American elected to statewide office, and again in 2009, becoming chairman of the Republican National Committee. Under Mr. Steele's leadership, the RNC broke fundraising records and won 63 House seats, the biggest pickup since 1938. His state and local efforts produced 12 governorships and over 760 state legislative seats, the largest share since 1928. Those are some numbers.
Yeah. Tell them that, please.
That's very impressive. Mr. Steele's ability as a communicator, which we all see him on television, we know what he does.
Yeah.
And commentator is showcased in his current role as a political analyst for MSNBC. He's appeared in Meet the Press, Face the Nation, HBO's Real Time with Bill Maher, and Comedy Central's The Daily Show. He's also the host of the Michael Steele podcast. Mr. Steele's writings on law, business, and politics have appeared in many national publications. Michael Steele is a graduate of Johns Hopkins University and Georgetown Law Center. He also studied for the priesthood. He is an Aspen Institute Rodel Fellow in Public Leadership, a University of Chicago Institute of Politics Fellow, and currently a Senior Fellow at Brown University's Institute for International and Public Affairs. So as soon as I finish my remarks, the real program will start. You already know my name, I'm Cecile, and you've already heard a lot about me. So I'm gonna squeeze down my little comments a little bit more. And basically, I've spent my adult life fighting for the rights of individuals as a civil rights attorney, for their people's packaging. It has nothing to do with qualifications, performance. It's like, I don't like how you look. I don't like how you talk. And by the way, can you do me some favors? You know, these are ridiculous things that people have to fight against. But let me tell you something. When I really got involved with the league, and I saw that the league is not doing case by case like I was doing, important work, but case by case, they're touching hundreds of thousands of people in our state. That's on a whole different ballgame. And I am just delighted to be able to be in this leadership role and work with so many men and women that have committed themselves to the betterment of our state and the nation. And most of us completely uncompensated. Who's heard of that? So basically, what we have going on right now, we have so many things that the league has fought well for. We got early voting on the campuses. We have won fights against making registering voters illegal or dangerous because you didn't turn in the voter registration within 24 hours, you could be subject to a misdemeanor. We beat that back. We won. This is for everybody. This is what the league is about, people. We worked alongside many of our allies on Amendment 4, getting the petition, the ballot on the petition on ballot, and then getting it passed. We have some of our wonderful people here, Mary J. Range and others, who worked so hard before the league got very involved. You were leading the way, Mary Jane. But we also have created, the league has created a Florida Bar approved program to teach lawyers how to go back into court and alter the sentences so that people don't have to pay these fines they cannot pay. So the league is all about education. The league is all about leveraging our tools and what we can do. What do we have on the table right now? We have redistricting. Obviously, this room knows that redistricting impacts the next 10 years of our lives and all the lives of those we know and love. We want you to pay everyone in the room to get involved and look to make sure that fair districts, which were passed in part by the league and our allies, are protected. We know what happened before. There were transgressions, there was litigation, and we prevailed. And as a result of the litigation, the redrawing of the maps in the past, we got 2 more African-American congresspeople and 1 Hispanic congressperson to try to keep the voice of the minorities by race and by language alive. The league began as women outraged by slavery and wanting to speak publicly about it, many of the Quaker women. But they were told they had to go home back into the kitchen. When they heard that, they said, hey, we need to get our own rights. We got to speak up. And so the league has had a long history of caring about others and how others are impacted. We ask you, as Kathy did, to join us, support us, get involved, and help us to empower all voters and defend democracy. Thank you.